I get the cheat code, I'm a beast. They should've never let me out of lease. Stop all the cap, I'm just tryna see. You really back what you talk on the beat. They put me in, I'ma walk on the beat. I eat my plate and it make me obese. I been pushing lyrics like a Kingpin. And when today we got them rings.
What's up, guys?
Olaf, what's happening?
I missed the gray memo. Sorry. I missed the gray memo.
Yeah, but you got the goatee on.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Can they go to the website and get that?
Yes, bgoaty.com.
Goatee, spell it.
B-E and then G-O-A-T-Y.
So not all of those letters, just B-E-G-O-A-T-Y. Because then you said and then. Do they put that in there? B and then G-O-A-T-Y? I'm fucking with you, dog. Go to Goatee and get
greatest of all time use.
Is that where they got the bucket hat? Is that where you got the
Rari
Rari
bucket hats on the website.
I wear the Rari bucket hat religiously.
Appreciate you.
I need a new one. I'm not throwing jabs. I'm going to go on the website and buy one. Do they have different colors?
No, it's just the one that Shauna has, the black one.
Which was the Ferrari. Oh, she got a black one.
She got a black one.
Oh,
you have a one of one. The one that Shauna has.
I got the Ferrari red with the orange.
That was actually mine, but I gave it to you because I knew you
very
would
much.
like
I appreciate that, and that's why you wore that sweater today.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So we're great because we're feeling very great.
And you wore it till the wheels fell off.
I'm still riding it. The one wheel is falling off. Yeah, it's got a couple little strands. You know what I mean? The strings are coming out. I sweat in it. I do a lot of things in it. Yeah.
I want to get on your nerves today. Are you ready?
Always ready. Are we going to talk about sneaker companies cutting out athletes and stuff for speaking their mind? Or what are we talking about?
That's a good one.
Maybe another episode. Come on with it. What you got for me?
Can I talk specifically to you? Can you talk about things that an artist may not know that get spent, deducted from money coming in?
Travel.
Okay.
Travel. God forbid you're a pescatarian. I'm a vegan artist. You know what a vegan artist is going to eat on the road? About $75 a day worth of food. They're with your entire budget. I don't know. Transportation
Studio
issues.
Time.
The more people you bring, if you want to have your own promotional materials with you, they're in all of the trunk space in a Sprinter. Have you ever ridden in a Sprinter?
Yeah.
You know how much trunk space a Sprinter has? None. So
it's mainly for people.
Correct.
And whoever sits in the back row is going to have the most uncomfortable ride in life. And whoever sits on the front 2 rows behind the driver is going to have the most uncomfortable rides in life because those seats don't recline.
And you got to pay the driver.
And you got to have diesel fuel. So we're talking about expenses. What about DEF fluid? You only got 30 starts.
You said what?
DEF, D-E-F fluid. All diesel fluids, diesel vehicles, they require DEF. It's a fluid that you have to put into the engine. But it's a requirement because when you're on the road, you get these Mercedes-Benz Sprinters and you're riding around, and every time you start the car, there's a countdown on the dashboard. You're like 27, 26, 25, and then you don't know what it is. And then it gets down to the last one, and it tells you, hey, your car is not going to start no more because you haven't put no DEF fluid in it. So when you turn it off at the gas station and you go to get back in it, that joker ain't going to start. Now you got to call Mercedes-Benz. And God forbid you're on the road in Dumas, Arkansas. What you think a U-Haul truck to a Mercedes-Benz dealership is going to cost? And God forbid it's one of these customized
in
Sprinters.
Dumas, Arkansas?
Yeah, there's maybe one, I think in Jackson.
Or do you have to get
you
towed
probably
to
have to
Little
go to
Rock?
Jackson or Little Rock or something like that.
Yeah.
But, hey, man, miscellaneous fees and
these are
hidden fees,
miscellaneous fees
stuff
that comes
you don't know.
out of where? Where does this money come from?
Any dollar that a label puts for you, you have to pay back.
Okay.
If they're a label that has any idea of the business side of it, they're going to keep tabs of every dollar spent. So every time your ass want to stay in a 4-star hotel, no problem. You want to bring 3 or 4 of your friends with you, no problem. You want your clothes and we got to go out and buy you stuff at Neiman Marcus, no problem.
You need an Uber to the studio?
No problem. You need gas while you're at the studio. You got to get some perkies. You got to get you a couple bottles. No problem. You need ladies to come, no problem. Security, no problem. Jewelry, no problem. Because at the end, you have to pay it all back, bro. Every single dollar. And can I tell you something? The person who pays for your studio time is the one who owns your master. Seeing as you think you're a boss, you, boss. The one that goes in on somebody else's dime and does everything, you, boss. The ones that's wearing somebody else's jewelry, you, boss. The one that has to call somebody else to arrange your ride, that person owns your master. That's a cost that comes completely out of your budget that you haven't realized yet. Am I wrong by saying
No,
that?
you're
not
absolutely
wrong.
right. And it comes out of your percentage. It doesn't even come off the top.
But I don't think artists are realizing that all this is coming out of a cut. And why is that not communicated? Is it something that
Communicated
is communicated
constantly?
Is it not communicating? Are they not paying attention?
Hold on. Now
My clients make jokes about it.
Let's play a logic
Recoupable.
game. Somebody gives you $100,000 for what exactly?
For a record deal.
For what exactly?
A single.
For what exactly? What's the
create-
$100,000 for?
To create,
To create the
money,
song.
to create music so
to
you
create
can
music
make them
to
money.
make them money back.
Okay, so they're giving you something in exchange for something.
Correct.
So where is it that you think you're going to sign a contract and somebody's going to put a whole bunch of money into you, and then you give them songs that they had to take and put more money into,
Correct.
and you don't owe them anything?
Why do
somebody
artists
has to
think-
explain that to you?
Yeah,
Why
money's
do-
not free.
Why do artists think that this money is for them?
For the
And-
jewelry, for the clothes,
Correct.
the car.
because sometimes they get it, and keep in mind, I agree with you, but they take it and they just blow it.
Right.
For example, they'll give you money to create the record. Usually it breaks down 50,000. Let's just say 100,000, right? 50,000 for marketing, 50,000 to create the song. If the song's already created, the 50,000 is for what then? The artist usually takes that and does some cap shit and blows it.
Well, if they're smart,
Correct?
they'll put it back in. You're absolutely correct. But if they're smart, they'll put it back into their career and help blow that song up so that they become a priority at their label, or so that they can start making show money, which is normally 100 or 90% theirs. Because the show money comes first.
I'm just saying, in their heads, I know that part doesn't really get articulated
not
to
translate.
them, and it doesn't
Correct.
translate. So it's kind of like,
Even if you articulate to them, it doesn't translate.
for some reason they realize it after the fees are there, and they say, "Wait, why is all this money getting deducted?" Well, you did this, you did this, you did this, you did this, and now they're upset.
Imagine
So
an
where's the
artist that wakes up in
miscommunication
the
at?
morning and doesn't have to go to work
I know what you're gonna say.
and wakes up at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, cracks open a blunt, calls, gets an Uber, orders it on somebody else's credit card that's on their phone,
Yes.
goes to the studio that was paid for by somebody else,
Agreed.
calls in and starts to bark orders at people, gets mad at the cameraman that is being paid by somebody else, and then calls in the gas man to come in and asks somebody to cash app him some money. Imagine how entitled that person feels when all along the way they're doing that, and they're getting all of that because of how talented they are.
Yes.
Not because of how many records they sold or because their potential, but because of what they potentially could do.
So how talented they are,
And
and
then
they
you
haven't
wonder-
shown anything yet.
Then
at
you
all.
wonder why these kids have a sense of entitlement.
Correct.
You never made them earn the 87 carat necklace. They got a $60,000 necklace on
Correct.
without ever having one song streamed or downloaded. You just rewarded and celebrated mediocrity.
So if we're talking in depth and articulating, right? Is this something that maybe should be overly communicated to them before they sign, or they just sign and that's just how it goes?
That's the problem with common
I,
sense.
I do overly communicate
But common
it,
sense is
but
lacked in certain things.
when somebody sees this as their only way to make money
just
and
gonna
their
sign it.
only opportunity, they don't care. They figure, I'll worry about it later. I've had artists say, I'll give up all my publishing for this opportunity. I'll give you every song to put me on. Because they don't realize what they're saying. They think that this is the only avenue that's available to them to make money to feed themselves or feed their families or whatever they're going to do with the money. But they're not looking at it like it's an investment or it's a loan or it has to be paid back. Their attitude is, I'll worry about that
It's a
later.
lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Their attitude is a lottery ticket. I just got $50,000. What are we going to go do with it? Let's go party.
Well, they're going to spend it in about a month, to be honest.
Listen,
A month?
most people that win the
Less.
lottery,
You think
most
less?
people that win the lottery go broke within 5 years.
Isn't that the same as starting a business? Most businesses fail within
Within the first 3, yeah.
But that's usually because they're underfunded. They're two different reasons.
I don't think,
Lottery winners aren't underfunded, they're overfunded.
yeah, I don't,
So overfunding is bad and underfunding is bad. We just need to be funded.
and here's why my
Oh,
vision gets
that's
blurred
really
with it.
true.
Because it's like, if you wake up every day and you're saying to yourself, man, I just wish I had some more money so I can do this. And then you find somebody that gives you that opportunity. And instead of trying to figure out how to do that, you become what it is that you rap about. And you become this, I'm a boss and I'm not gonna do this and all this extra shit. And it's, hey, Jack, somebody else just paid for your cell phone bill this month.
Yeah.
That's really boss-like.
Somebody gotta give you money so you can send to your kids, because while you out here lamping up, living on the road, your kids are at home and your baby mama going to work every day. And your ass
you a
out here
boss.
living the fantasy, boss.
But you a boss.
And let me also say, true bosses be taking hella L's behind the scenes, bro.
Yes.
And sometimes the boss doesn't even get paid. The boss pays
Yes.
and doesn't even eat just so the team can eat.
Get out of my head.
Okay.
That's the problem with being a boss, man.
Yep.
That shit sucks sometimes.
It does. The price is high.
Sometimes I'd rather be
The
a
right
fucking
decision
employee.
is never the popular one.
Correct.
And there are very few people that can make those decisions and be comfortable with that. And you have to be that way in business.
Yeah.
This has got nothing to do with feelings, man. Fuck how you feel, bro.
Facts.
Sorry.
No, you good.
No, don't be sorry. You nailed it.
Okay, so as an artist, is going viral consistently a form of success now?
2022 going viral is a video. If it's older than 6 hours, it's not considered viral. So consistently, good luck. What do you mean consistently going viral? Consistently putting up content? Mr. Beast is probably the most prominent creator in the world. And his budgets for some of his videos are into the millions, allegedly.
Did you guys see the guy? I think it's Ben. I really don't like talking about it, but he tattooed him. He tattooed "White Lives Matter" on his arm.
I seen
see
Batman
it? You
Kevo
see
did
that?
an entire White Lives Matter leg with Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg and everybody else on it. So he did it for attention. Got posted on the blog sites, and it shared it here, and now
Yesterday.
we're talked about it. So it's attention is paid for with applause.
Is
I
attention the
can't
new
take applause
currency
to my bank, but yeah, it is.
For
It's definitely the
a specific audience of people? Is that a form of currency now? Is what I'm saying.
yes.
Yes.
Even though you
Yes.
can't specifically monetize it, but it is some type of currency, whether it's a social media currency, the attention.
It's
absolutely
fake
can monetize
currency,
it.
but it's definitely currency.
You absolutely can monetize it, though. You can absolutely partner now with the creator programs that they're unveiling on Instagram. You can link a portfolio. You don't even have to talk to somebody no more. They can look at what you got going on and send you an offer, and you can accept it and get paid without ever talking to anybody. Of course, attention can be paid for. That's why we spend exuberant amounts of money during commercial time for the Super Bowl.
Attention can be pimped.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes, at the highest level.
Yes.
And your attention that you give up is worth money, especially if you're a 40-year-old woman that has a X amount of spending dollars, and because your habits are tracked by your phone.
Mm-hmm.
My habits are tracked by my phone. Your habits are tracked by your phone. So what you do, your habits, your views, the people that you look at the most, yes, their attention that they got it from you is worth some money.
Mm.
And people will find a way to monetize that. And I think that's what these creators have been doing now. I think what these platforms are doing is Walmart has created new creator platforms, Amazon influencer programs. All of these platforms are now saying, you know what? Maybe we don't need to hire Christy Brinkley or Heidi Klum or George Clooney or Brad Pitt. Maybe we just need to hire this person that has, why give one celebrity 12 million when we can give 5,000 micro influencers 1.2 million and get the same amount of reach? And I think that's what the climate has become. And I think the people that are pissed off are the ones that have never bothered to fill out the information and sign up for the program. You're mad about Instagram paying people because your goofy ass don't have a bank account to go sign up for a payout.
Yeah.
That's why you mad. You have never tried to set up your lives. You more worried about somebody paying for your studio time than you going and setting up your business side of the Meta program so that you can sell your online sessions. So when you go into the studio, you could charge a bitch $1 to come watch you create. This is for real.
Facts.
You can wear your shirt that you bought from yourself in your live and tag it, and people can watch you talk and buy badges and give you money and then buy your shirt from your live. Once you get your YouTube channel monetized, you can put it up there and tell people, hey, did you know that you could donate $1, $2, $5, $10, $20, and $50 to what I got going on? But that would actually require you to become a salesman or a salesperson, saleswoman. That would actually require you to know who it is you're talking to, know how to talk to them. That's called
put in
work. That's called work, my guy. So you know what? Until work ceases to be stressful, ceases to cause you to exert energy, then it'll all be great for us then. But until then, bro, work.
Could we agree that some artists really are not good at that?
Then they're not artists, bro.
A lot are not good at that.
Hold on a second. Let me walk the dog back in the park.
Because then
an artist has to create art.
Correct.
The team around the artist has to handle the business. Okay? If the artist is worrying about creating, then they're not worrying about making a post or scheduling. I don't know what to do with that, bro. What you want me to do? You want me to figure out how to write hit records, or you want me to learn social media trends? That's what my team is supposed to do. Unfortunately, the people that they have around them are incompetent.
Yeah, because remember, we did see someone had 15 million Spotify listeners, and the merch that only available is a vinyl record.
And that's their immediate team. That the label doesn't care. The label, the big machine, it's up there. If they get money, cool. They ship it out in 6 months. One of the big artists that says you order the album now, you're gonna wait 6 months to get this vinyl album that was $19.99 but is now on sale, and you get to wait 6 more months. So that when you do get it, it'll be on half a sale than what it is now. It'll be less. It'll be worth less 6 months after you got it than it is now.
Yeah, because the artist will probably drop
Nobody
2 more
cares, bro.
projects.
Nobody cares. They only care when you're Mariah Carey and you have the #1 streaming record. Your record
Every
that's
year at
20 years
Christmas.
old. And guess
Yes.
what? Have you seen her merch store? Mariah Carey got fucking
crazy.
pajamas, my guy. Full onesie, twosies, dolls,
Children's
slippers,
books.
children's books. And
It
we're
is
sitting here
so gangster.
and she hasn't released a new version of this record. You mean to tell me that all she has to do is
Push a button.
dust it off once a year after Black Friday,
After
and
Black
let me just
Friday.
sit back
Yes.
and cross my legs because all I want for Christmas is you. Think of how many R&B artists that are
Facts.
trying to figure out what to do. Beyonce made a record in Spanish, my guy. Why you ain't did Feliz Navidad, Mr. R&B singer? Why you ain't had a phonics coach come in there and help you redo a classic? Nobody's doing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Nobody's doing Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Listen, bro. Go back and check them copyright laws and everything else, buddy. Recreate that shit. Put it online and resell it. Get you a buzz, man, during Christmas time, bro. Stop being a goofy. Stop being hard and gang banging on bacon. It's the Christmas season, man. It's the holidays. Supposed to be drinking eggnog and putting up the tree and shit and figuring out how you can get your merch under somebody else's tree. Think about that, man.
concept.
Somebody will wake up on Christmas and they will not open your T-shirt because it wasn't for sale. Sucker.
Good job. Good job. Question of the day. Dear Wendy Day.
Oh, God.
Most artists don't know where to spend or invest their money for promo and helping build a buzz, and the way owning and leasing works with music and building relationships with producers. Can you explain that for me, please?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Yeah, I'm going to read it again.
Please. Are you saying where to put the money?
Yeah, where to put
If
money.
you don't own the record.
Most artists don't know where
you
to
don't own the
spend
record, how
or
do you
invest
promote it?
their money for promo and helping build a buzz.
Okay. I'm going to answer what I think you're asking. So I would start online. I would start digitally. I would focus on the platforms that are discovery platforms, meaning the places where people go when they're looking for new music. Because not everybody wants new music.
Correct.
Some people, if you're not Beyonce or Drake, they don't give a
They
fuck.
don't give a fuck, yeah.
Their friends have to tell them
They have to
50
be put on
times.
to you.
Yes.
Yeah, this is
50
hot. This is that new shit.
Yes. But a lot of people don't like new shit. So the place that people that like new shit go to discover music is YouTube, TikTok, SoundCloud, and even to an extent, internet radio to an extent. That's kind of taken the place of college radio, back in the day, which is where a lot of people discovered music. So that's where I focus when I'm starting out a new artist. We're very focused on consistency because consistency is what builds a career. We test all music to see how it's going to respond. So I know what percentage of the budget to spend on each song. And then we move forward. And when something starts to raise its head and react and grow legs, then we step in and put a real budget behind it. We keep dropping music at the same time, but we find our one song that we're going to focus on, and then we take that out of here to reach as many people as possible, not to make money off of that one song, but to bring the fans in to look at all the other songs. So the single is what goes out and brings people in, but the foundation of other songs is what keeps people there.
Correct.
And then after we're done digitally, we go out into real life. This is where I first met Kingpin. This is why Kingpin is still on my team. I mean, you do a lot of stuff amazing. I don't want to reduce you to just a street team or a promo guy, but you got to admit you are the best that fucking does it.
Yes,
to
ma'am.
ever have done it.
Ever.
So he
Proudly.
takes my clients out on the road, and this is really expensive, but it's sort of like running for office. When you're out on the road and you can
It's a campaign for real.
shake hands and kiss babies and take pictures with fat girls, that's where you become the next hot shit because people actually get to see you, touch you, feel you.
Yeah.
And we do this in a 7 to 9 state area so that we can do it cost effectively. When the money comes back into the company, we just keep recycling it. It's been my blueprint for 20 some odd years. It still works. Everything changes though. So if you're watching this and it's not 2022, you have to figure out what are the discovery platforms while I'm watching this. Where do I need to go? What areas will embrace my music? What fans will embrace my music? Because I can walk into an old folks home and promote, La Russell all day, and it's not going to work. Maybe one person will respond. I've got to go where my fans are. I've got to reach people where they're actually living, where they're congregating, where they're comfortable and enjoying themselves. And then on top of that, I have to make sure that I'm not spending money on any fake shit, on any bots or anything that could fuck up the algorithm, because the algorithm is king right now. So if I'm buying fake likes or fake followers because my ego is frail and I need to feel better about myself, I'm really fucking myself in the long run. It's sort of like, I'm a big girl, right? I wear 2X. If I decide I want to go on a diet, I actually have to lose weight. That's the point of a diet. But I could fake you all out and just start wearing 6X clothes. You'd see my clothes are all baggy and you'd think I'm losing weight. That doesn't work. Like, if you're going to do this, you have to do this real. You can't buy the bots. You can't buy the fake shit. You've got to buy the real shit and work this every day like it's a job, because it is your job.
Bigger says
Did I leave anything out?
Bigger said a buzz is like a
Damn, that was
pregnancy.
good.
It's going to show.
The what is going to show?
Bigger said a buzz is like a pregnancy. It's going to show.
It's going to show.
Facts.
It's going to show.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Cheat code.
Cheat code.